CTV News, Vancouver Island Report.
Good evening. Thanks for being here. You know, in a way, it's kind of pretty, but there's just too much of it, and it takes over. If you drive up and down the Island Highway, you've seen it. Scotch Broom, the bright yellow invasive plant that has taken root on the roadside in parks and maybe even in your neighborhood. It has been spreading like wildfire across Vancouver Island for more than a century now. This year is no different. Maybe it's even worse. But as CTV's Jet Bazzi shows us, there is a dedicated group of volunteers trying to stop the broom in its tracks.
So here we are. Get ready to cut broom.
They're the Broombusters, armed with loppers, ready to take on a forest of a woody weed. And the only scotch these guys like is on the rocks.
So let's just go out and let's just figure out our strategy here.
Once the battle plan is formed, Joanne and her crew begin chopping down the Scotch Broom.
What you want to do is get all the way down to the bottom, right at the ground level. If you don't get all the way down to the ground level, it'll come back.
It looks pretty with nice yellow flowers, but the Scotch Broom is deadly to the native plants. It's an invasive alien plant that spreads like wildfire.
It's when the earth is disturbed, either by becoming a farm or becoming a clear cut, the broom comes in and it just spreads aggressively and crowds out all the native plants, the grasses, the flowers, and the young trees.
Scotch Broom has gained a foothold up and down the Island Highway, sometimes in bushels and sometimes covering an area as big as a football field.
Look at the size of this.
It grows faster than a tree and can reach a height of up to 3 meters.
It's woody, right? It looks like a piece of wood, but it really grows like a weed. It grows as fast as a weed. So our trees cannot compete with Scotch Broom.
They go where the Scotch Broom grows, alongside the highways or within city limits. Their loppers cutting down the broom in full bloom.
With the life cycle of Scotch Broom, all the energy of the plant goes out of the roots and goes above the ground. And so if you cut it at that point, it actually dies.
Already the group has contained the growth of Scotch Broom in Qualicum. There, chainsaws had to be used. Now they are focusing their efforts in Parksville and Nanaimo. They will head to the site, cut down the broom, and the city or regional district will come clean it up.
We're fortunate enough the Ministry of Transportation will pick up anything cut off the road. On private land, people have to either take it to the dump or they compost it on their own land.
It's not just a broom though. Gorse is causing a problem on the mid-island. It looks just like this plant with little yellow flowers, but the stems have thorns and the seeds are harder to get rid of. The Broombusters aren't afraid though. They will blitzkrieg the gorse like they do with this broom.
So it cuts fairly easily.
They volunteer their time, a few hours a week, attacking the invasive plants. They will be back at it this weekend, on Saturday in Parksville and on Sunday in Nanaimo near Woodgrove Shopping Centre, chopping down stems one by one, making the mid-island broom-free. Jet Bazzi, CTV News, Parksville.